As an entrepreneur, learn to fire people when they go against your company policy. Over the weekend, I was talking to one of an employer with a major company, and he was telling me how one of the major stakeholders was being fired. So I was curious and I asked him why. He said because the person downsized, the person went against the company policy. That's why the person was being laid off. A business is not a one-man thing. A business is an entity that is being governed by rules and regulation. That's why anyone who does not have a rules that governs the business, that person will be limited to a lot of things. An entrepreneur hires their family member, their brothers, their sister, their cousin. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. It's a good thing trying to hire people, trying to offer or extend employment to them. But don't build a business on empathy or sympathy, rather than building a business that stands on rules and regulations that outline what the company is chasing or what they want to achieve. Human beings are being built in a way, they are being subjected or they are being programmed in a way whereby if somebody makes mistake in your business and that person is not being subjected to any form of disciplinary policy, they make that mistake again and again, which creates fairness, which destroy morals, and which destroy standard of every business. Now, somebody might be performing well in your business. Maybe the person is a marketer and the person is doing so well in terms of their marketing. Because they are doing so well in their business, in their roles, they tend to start flaunting the rules of that business. It gives other people a notion that if they do the same thing, nothing's going to happen to them. Now, let's say in your business you have a rules that says don't date each other. Because there was a story one time where the owner of a business was dating the HR of that company, and they both went to a party and they were being caught for a reason I don't know, and the news went so viral. And when they came back to that business, they were being laid off. Imagine the owner of a business was being laid off, not because they don't like him, not because they don't like his performance in the business, no, but because he went against the rules and regulation. Sometimes people hire their brothers and sisters, and when they can just come to your business and do anything they want to do because they are familiar with you and they know that whatsoever they do, there's not going to be any consequences. I'm telling you the truth, it's going to limit your growth. It's going to limit the trust, it's going to limit the standard, it's going to limit everything about that business. Learn to fire people. I learned this in business, and I can tell you the truth that this is the best way to go when you want to build a sustainable business. Don't build a business around anybody. Don't ever build your business or your structure around people. A business is an entity that stands on its own, so everything around it governs it. Not building a business around people. What if they go? What if they do something that warrants them to be fired? How are you going to survive? How are you going to take that? That's why you have to build a sustainable system that outlines roles and responsibility, that details out disciplinary policy for everyone who goes against your business. Even yourself, you are subjected to that business. So build a system that outlines disciplinary policy for everyone who goes against the culture of that business. Don't be an empathetic entrepreneur. Don't be a sympathetic entrepreneur. If not, you will lose the importance of valuable people in your company.